Annihilation, the new Natalie Portman film. I'm Joe. Richie couldn't be here because Richie is saving up all his energy for Sunday night, where he's going to give us a fantastic Walking Dead review. Looking forward to that very much, so please subscribe to our channel. Now, before I get started, I just want to say that we ran a contest for our Pickle Rick. We have a winner and a consolation prize. The consolation prize is this comment down below that suggested doing Annihilation. Well, we already were gonna do Annihilation, so I am going to give you a consolation prize. We have extra Cybersuit Ricks. I ended up getting more. So you won a Cybersuit Rick for suggesting this Annihilation video as a consolation prize. The winner is this comment, and that really spoke to us. So you are the winner of a Pickle Rick. Annihilation is, I guess you could call it a environmental horror science fiction movie. Kind of an interesting backstory in that there was some dispute in the studio about how intellectual the film was, possibly, you know, asking for a different cut where they made it easier to understand and made Natalie Portman's character more likable. That led to a dispute, which blah, 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 blah. I don't know all the backstory, but the movie's only been released in the US. This is going to be a direct-to-Netflix film everywhere else but the USA. There's been a lot of Netflix movies lately. Bright, Open House, there was a Full Metal Alchemist, and all these movies definitely had something lacking in them. This was a movie that's gonna go direct to Netflix in March in a lot of parts of the world that is actually theater quality film, and I'm glad it was released here in the USA, in a theater, because that's the way to see this movie. So I'm not gonna spoil anything, I'm just gonna go through some highlights and what I really liked about it because I don't want to spoil it for you. So this is a big screen movie. I don't think it was a very big budget film, but still a great visual style, great sound design. Towards the end, there's just some real like punch in the gut bass type stuff blasting throughout the theater with the wild visuals. Really, you gotta see this movie, and if you're into, you know, recreational drugs, I'm not, but if you are, this is definitely a film that you want to partake in before going in, because I can only imagine it's gonna freak you the hell out even more. 3 years before the events of the film, a meteor lands at a lighthouse on the shore, crashes in there, starts a shimmer like a zone that goes up to the sky. In the shimmer is like its own environment, and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing. And everything they send into the shimmer, nothing ever comes out. And so that's where we meet Natalie Portman's character Lena, who is a cellular biologist, also a badass former army soldier. Her husband, Kane, played by Oscar Isaacs, he has been missing for a year. She doesn't know why. He mysteriously comes home one day, like completely freaked out of his mind. Mess of a human being. He starts bleeding. She takes him to the hospital. As they're taking him to the hospital, they get stopped by a bunch of black vans. And the next thing you know, she wakes up in some facility, and that's where she learns about what's happening, which is the shimmer is growing and growing and growing. Eventually it's gonna take over the planet. Her husband's dying. He's the only thing that ever came out of it. So she decides to go in. She goes in with a team of 4 others. Jennifer Jason Leigh as Dr. Ventress, and then we have 3 others with them. There's Gina Rodriguez, Tessa Thompson, and Tuva Novotny. I think that's how she pronounced her name. I'm sorry. But they all go in, and from there, that's where I don't want to spoil anything that happens beyond there. So they go inside the shimmer, and just to give you an idea of what they find crazy stuff. Very visual stuff. So that's why you guys see this movie in the theater. There's DNA is kind of being restructured, so you're getting plants that are forming in different ways. You're getting animals that are forming in different ways. It's really cool. You know, it obviously also leads to, you know, people sort of being changed by their DNA because of this shimmer. What the shimmer is explained at the end. It has a good ending. Couple little questions at the end as far as what does it mean. But overall, not as complicated as you would think it is. So it is understandable, but still at the same time, is definitely highbrow science fiction. Natalie Portman was good. I mean, she carried the film. I don't think she's particularly the greatest actress in the world, but she was good. she did her part. She pulled off the whole being a badass and a biologist. You kind of find out as you go along that she's not the greatest individual in the world for certain actions. Jennifer Jason Leigh's really good in it. She plays Dr. Vantris, who is kind of like this cold character who has to get to the bottom of it, like as an obsession. You don't really know why there's an obsession. She's really good in it. She's a great actress, and she definitely carries a lot of the movie. She's really good in it. The other three girls, the Swedish girl, she's, you know, whatever, she was fine. But the other two girls, Gina Rodriguez and Tessa Thompson, were really good. They were really good in it. Gina Rodriguez is pretty badass too. She kind of goes crazy, which is a great scene. And then Oscar Isaacs. Now, Oscar Isaacs, I have to bring a particular note. He's really good in it. You know, Poe over here. He's really good in it because his character goes missing and then comes out of it, and he's clearly changed. There's a scene about halfway through where they find some footage that has him on it, and it is some haunting, creepy stuff, and he like has these faces throughout it. In one face, he's almost like gleeful. I'm a little bit of a twitchy person. I have to move around a lot, and I have to do this and that, and pretty much every movie I go to, I usually figure out a time to go to the bathroom and make a pee. For one reason or another, this movie kept me glued to my seat. I did not leave to go pee in the middle. That for me is a ringing endorsement. Does that mean it was the greatest movie I ever seen? No, but it held my attention. The mystery of it, the visuals of it, the sound design, all those things held my attention and made me not want to leave my seat. I had to see the whole thing in its entirety. If you're in the USA, see this movie. If you go to see Black Panther tonight and it's sold out, hop into Annihilation. You'll have a good time. It's a good flick. I enjoyed it a lot. So once again, I'm Joe. Please subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of great videos coming up. Richie's gonna do Walking Dead. I'm gonna do Krypton, the new story about Superman's grandfather, because why the heck not? Let's see what that's about. We have pop unboxings coming up. We're gonna do some more giveaways. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm Joe. Until next time.